Blood Alley. An infamous sounding place, all right. And it got me thinking, what is the all-time most infamous place here in the green pastures of Vancouver? So just for fun, I asked that question on my Facebook page. And today I'm revealing the 10 places that got the most votes. Then I'll let you know what really happened here in Blood Alley. Stay tuned, friends. The BC Penitentiary was a maximum security prison for 100 years here in New Westminster. Overcrowding, riots, hostage-taking, suicides, murders, and execution made for one bad joint. No wonder infamous train robber Billy Miner escaped from here. A few prison buildings still exist, including the Gatehouse. And in a recent vlog, I discovered what was at the end of this hall, in the ominous solitary confinement basement. Errol Flynn was a hedonistic Hollywood movie star of the 1930s and 40s. He had a notorious lifestyle full of sin. And on October 14, 1959, the 50-year-old actor died in the penthouse of this inconspicuous apartment building on Burnaby Street. In a recent vlog, I wasn't able to get inside, but I did find the room and even the table where the infamous actor was autopsied. Now the police museum. This is the old city morgue on East Cordova Street. Poor Errol was cut open right here. We're inside the infamous Brandy Show Lounge here on Hornby Street. Lots of celebrities have been here to watch the strippers. In 2003, Ben Affleck was here with famous friends. Sounds like the young Ben couldn't resist doing more than just watch one of the dancers. Problem was, he was engaged to Jennifer Lopez. But not for long. She was gone girl soon after. But I guess she finally forgave him. I hear they've reunited. In a recent vlog, I visited the private room in the back of Brandy's where young Ben got jiggly with it. Corey Monteith was a gifted and beloved young performer. Fans loved watching him as Finn Hudson on the TV show Glee. Tragically, 31-year-old Corey died of an overdose on July 13, 2013, in his room on the 21st floor of the Pacific Rim Hotel here on Canada Place. In a recent vlog, I explored this beautiful hotel with an infamous footnote to its reputation. Today, East Vancouver's Clark Park is a safe and peaceful sanctuary for local families. But in a recent vlog, I discovered that this was the home turf of the city's most unspeakable and deplorable street gang of the 1970s. Popular local historian Aaron Chapman wrote a phenomenal book about it, and he's here today to share his expertise. Here's Chappie.
Well, today, if you go around Clark Park today, which is just up by Commercial and 14th here in Vancouver, it's a nice place to visit. You don't need to be worried about walking through the park really any time, day or night. But 50 years ago, it's a different story. This place was the home to the Clark Park gang, Notorious street gang of East Vancouver in the 1970s, 60s, and 70s. And you can read all about it in my book, The Last Gang in Town, which talks about the amazing story between the Vancouver gang squad with the police department going after the Clark Park gang. So check it out. And we better get out of the park here. I'm starting to feel weird.
Hey everybody, let's take off all our clothes and buy beers and mushrooms out of some naked dude's backpack. And a wrecked beach by UBC is the place to do it. A notorious Vancouver destination for decades. In a recent vlog here, I discovered that rule number 1 is no gawking. On July 26, 1924, the murdered body of 22-year-old nursemaid Janet Smith was found in the basement of this house on Osler Street. This sensational case of corruption is Vancouver's most infamous unsolved murder. But in a recent vlog, I may have identified the prime suspect. Vancouver has a notorious reputation for riots, especially here at Empire Field. In 1964, the Beatles ran for their lives when the crowd wouldn't let it be. And in a recent vlog, I found out what really happened when Elvis Presley caused a riot here in 1957. Yet another rock and roll riot happened here at the Pacific Coliseum. Rolling Stones played here in 1971 when, you guessed it, the Clark Park gang fought with police. The venue is infamous for several incidents. Perhaps the most notorious happened in 1993 when Shannon Hoon, the late lead singer for the band Blind Melon, disrobed and urinated on the crowd. Ironically, the band's biggest hit was called No Rain. In a recent vlog, I discovered that the Penthouse nightclub here on Seymour Street is the crown jewel of infamous places in Vancouver. Its long history includes everything from vice squad raids to cheeky marquees. My favorite chapter is when it was a speakeasy, popular with Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr., and other celebrities. Our good friend Aaron Chapman also wrote a book about the Penthouse. Here's Chappie.
And there's amazing stories that we tell in the book about different celebrities up here for a bun toss and a couple of food fights and things like that. But it's interesting as well that also some of the organized crime figures that were in Vancouver used to come here for a bite to eat. And they spent money like poets on payday, and they were Filipponi family who weren't necessarily connected to them or anything like that, served them because they were good customers. Interesting is police were in here at the same time. So you've got different groups and the different factions all keeping an eye on one another in this space.
Before we wrap, honorable mention goes to a place that sadly isn't here anymore. There used to be a Dairy Queen here at Hastings and Lakewood, where Paul Snider met Dorothy Stratton, the beginning of a world-famous tragedy. At the end of this video, I'll put a link up to my recent vlog showing the last images of the doomed brazier. And that completes our list of Vancouver's most infamous places. As for Blood Alley here, its real name is Trounce Alley. In the 1970s, a bunch of dudes changed it just to attract visitors. Thank you for watching this little taste of old Vancouver as she once was. Special thanks to Aaron Chapman. I highly recommend his great books. I'm Jean-Claude Vancouver, and until next time, be good to the other.